Hello, it's that time of year again. I've just had my birthday, and thank you all for your birthday wishes in that community post that I put up. I really appreciate it, but of course I've ended up with some art supplies, and today I'm going to show you them all, so let's get into it. First up, and it's not an art supply, but one of my friends bought me this gorgeous little necklace from Pandora, and it's one of those ones that you can add extra charms to it, so I will be doing that in the future, but I just love that. I think it's so pretty, and she knows I love red. My mum sent me some gifts over from New Zealand, and pretty much all of them are non-art related, except for this one teeny tiny little pen. It's got 4 colours in it, and I might have to do an artwork just with this pen. It's tiny though, so it's going to be interesting to write and draw with this. And on the other end of the spectrum, this wasn't a birthday gift, but I happened to see it in typo, and so I just had to have one. A gigantic pencil. Look at it, it's ridiculous. It has what looks like one of those clutch pencil leads, and I don't even know if it's just that end or if it goes the whole way through, but I thought it might be funny to draw a picture using this. I don't even know how I'm going to do that because it is so unwieldy, but I also thought it would be a fun prop to have in the studio, and it is fun to draw with things that I normally wouldn't. So on to something a little more serious in the art supply department. I've been looking at these little watertight pellets that hold gouache and other things. They're on Amazon. I think the main company is Transom, and if you watch Miranda Watson's channel, she just showed one that she bought and she's actually filled it with gouache, but I was looking around on Amazon and I found a cheaper alternative which looks exactly the same, and it's this one. It comes with the little water pot, a strap, and the actual container, plus it had, as a bonus, some little brushes. And this costs less than the little container on its own, weirdly enough. So if I can remember where it is, I will look for the link and post this in the description. And if you're in Australia, this is the cheapest one that I could find at the time. I mean, they do always change in price. Let's take a quick look, shall we? I just like that it has a strap with it, so you can walk around with it. It's quite a solid unit too. This is the water cup, and then the pellet sits inside. A foldable thing which pops out like this. And that's a really big pot to hold a lot of water, so even though it is just one pot, I imagine it would take a little while for it to get dirty. And then very handily, that just sits inside. I love that, it's so great for travelling. This was always confusing. This took me ages to figure out last time, was how to take this stupid clip off. It does just pull off, but it's really stubborn. That's the only annoying thing about it. But this little thing here, it has this silicone bit in the middle, which sits over the top of the paints and keeps them wet for a lot longer. And if you've ever used gouache, when it dries really hard and it starts to break up into bits. So I've been wanting one just to put my gouache in. I mean, you could put watercolours in this as well. That would keep them juicy for a long time. I'm not sure I'm quite game enough to put acrylic paints in because I don't know how long this would stay wet, but I'm definitely going to put some gouache in here. This will be a future video because I've already got ideas for this, but I just think this is such a cute little set. It holds 16 paints. Choosing 16 paints is going to be really hard, but we will see what I can come up with. And then there's the strap that attaches to it, the little hook thing. Not entirely sure where that's supposed to go, but I guess you just hang it like that and you can walk around with it attached to your body, so that's actually quite good. So now I'm looking at it, this one goes on the other side, and at least if you've got the lid on, it dangles like that, so it's not going to stay upright, unfortunately. And because that seal is really tight on there, the paints shouldn't run into each other. I'm going to be testing all of this out at a later point, and of course I'm going to have to undo this because it's not going back in the box. The brushes, I mean, they're a pretty cheap tack-on thing, but it's not so bad if you just wanted to take them out for travelling or something, and then it doesn't matter if you lose them. I'll try everything out all together in the future video. So be sure to subscribe to not miss out on more gouache-related shenanigans. Another thing I saw on Amazon which was heavily discounted and I was kind of curious about is this little case, and if I open it up, it's a little brush set, and boy have I gotten quite a few brushes recently that if I ever get to go travelling again and I want to take some brushes, I'm a bit loath to take my really expensive brushes just in case I lose the case or it gets damaged or something, but I thought if these are nice enough quality, then this would be a really great case to travel with because it's really light. It's in a nice zippy case, and it was $20, so I mean, how can I argue with that? I really hope they're good. We will be looking at these too. Next up are a couple of things which just happened to coincide with my birthday. A few weeks ago, Amazon UK had what was like a Prime Day. They had all these things on Prime that were on sale. And so I made use of my Australian Amazon Prime because I could get free shipping from the UK. And I picked up a couple of things that were considerably cheaper than they normally are here. Not that I need them, but I had been coveting my father's ones, and I ended up getting these two, the Derwent Pastel Shades Paint Pan Set and the Tinted Charcoal Paint Pan Set. I am also on the lookout maybe for the Graphitint one, because I think this would be really fun to compare them all. I also have the big set with the two Inktense ones in the one long skinny box, and these are such handy little boxes to carry around. I'm so curious to try them out. They're kind of like watercolours and possibly Inktense. I don't know what they are exactly, but they're water soluble, and I've just taken a liking to things in pans. They're just so much easier to use. So I will open these very soon. I think I might have to do a separate video on these because those two would make a pretty thumbnail, wouldn't they? And in the meantime, I may also get the Graphitint. I do have another little voucher that a friend sent to me, and so I might have to spend that. Haven't quite got there yet. Now this next thing is technically a gift from my American viewers, or anyone who has clicked on my affiliate links to Amazon US. I've been saving up my vouchers for quite a few months. I think it's probably at least 6 months or so, and I just want to thank all of you who've clicked on the links. I just really appreciate all of you. It makes a huge difference, and this is what you guys ended up getting me. It's the entire set of Marabou art crayons in a box of 26 of them, because I've only ever seen them in little blister packs of 4 or 5, and they're horribly expensive to buy. Plus, they don't seem to be available in Australia really anywhere at the moment. I have been coveting these art crayons for a long, long time. I had never been able to justify the price of them because they're not exactly cheap. But to get them as a full set is quite exciting, and they just look really neat. I really like that the crayons are in a plastic little container, and I think it's like a lipstick that you twist it, and it's just a nice clean way of using them. They are water soluble, and I've never used them before. I don't even know what they're like. I've seen a few other people use them and they just look really lovely. So yes, I'm definitely going to have to get into this lot. They're all jumbled up in random colours here, but it does come in a nice rainbow of colours. There is a gold and a silver. There's also a blender, but it just looks like a nice colour palette, and I am really excited to use these. I can't wait to make a video on them. So this thing we got just today as I'm filming it, and it's a combination of some gift vouchers, and also Nick chipped in a little bit to help me buy this, but I ended up getting something that I totally don't need. It is the Caran d'Ache Super Colour Soft 80 set of water-soluble coloured pencils. Say that 5 times fast. There is a 120 set, but that is just insanely expensive. This set they actually had on sale at Officeworks. Now, most Officeworks don't have that much in the way of art supplies. It's like an office stationery kind of store. But there is one store in Melbourne, and it's in the suburb of Mentone, which sells all of the stuff that you buy online from Officeworks actually in the store. And they have a huge array of art supplies, including a whole bunch of Caran d'Ache things. And normally this particular set is over $300. It's insane how expensive Caran d'Ache pencils are. Everything has gone up in price, have you noticed? This particular box is the old style of tin. They've actually updated the tin, and so they had these older tins which they're selling out on clearance. It was over 50% off. You never see a discount like that on Caran d'Ache. And so with my voucher and Nick's assistance, we ended up getting it. I am so thankful to him. I've been wanting to try out the super colour ones. I had the Museum of Crayons as well, so it's going to be really interesting to compare them and also do videos on them. Totally superfluous to requirements really, but what a gorgeous set. I love Caran d'Ache products, so I will be very excited to try these out. And I have one last thing. It's kind of my birthday present to myself. Let me show you what I ended up getting. It's still in the cardboard box. I actually purchased this a few months ago and I've had it stashed in one of my cupboards because I knew that I wanted something good for my birthday from myself, and I thought this would be great. It's still in its cardboard. Whatever could it be? Let's open it together. La! It's the beautiful wooden box set of Derwent artist pencils, the full range at 120. Now, I've heard rumours that they are discontinuing the 120 set and only having 72 colours. I thought this was kind of devastating if it's true. Let me know if you've heard this rumour too. I don't know if it is even true because it seems like these are still readily available. Let's get it open because we need to see how gorgeous this is together. Gosh, it's heavy. Oh boy, that is really heavy. That's a nice cardboard box too. I'm keeping that for something. Oh, look at that. And I don't think you can actually get the 120 set in a tin, so it's either the box or nothing. But it's got some lovely shiny buckle things on here. Catches. I can't even think of the right word for them. That wood is gorgeous. That is such a beautifully made box. I can appreciate some really good woodwork, and look at those joins. Oh, lovely. Alright, let's get to the main event, the pencils. Ooh, fancy, fancy. That is rather beautiful. It's still got the foam in there. Oh, I'm getting the wooden pencil smell wafting up to me. That's such a pleasing smell. It's when they're brand new. It never seems to last for very long, but when you first open a box, oh, it's gorgeous. But what a lovely set. I have a feeling there might even be another layer, is there? Yes, there are 3 layers. Oh my gosh. How am I going to fit these on my desk? It's ridiculous. So the Derwent artist pencils are pretty much, I think, some of their original pencils, but I just thought it would be nice to get this large wooden set, more like a collector's piece, although I do fully intend on using the pencils, but that box is stunning. I'm so glad I finally have a wooden box of pencils. It's so gorgeous. So in conclusion, once again, I have been spoiled rotten. I am so incredibly thankful to those people who have spoiled me, including myself actually. I've spoiled myself a bit with these pencils. Thank you all so very much for watching. Let me know in the comments what you might like to see first, and of course, if you have any of these products yourself, you can let me know what you think of them. So if you enjoyed this video today, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up and a click of that subscribe button. I need to find homes for all of these, but first I need to actually get and do some filming. Have a great day out there, and I'll see you all again really soon in my next video. Swatch you later. Bye!